dealing. So it's not a small client. So you cannot be just not banking. No, you are banking, but banking with other banks, not with us. So what's the problem? So he told me the problem. It was mainly about the solution that we were using to offer him the finance, which is due to the process. It takes longer time than other banks, and this longer time cost him money.
Yeah.
Because it's the boat is waiting till the documents comes, and then so each day there is a demurrage. So I offered him. I told him, look, it's fair enough. I understand the point, but if I can reduce the cycle, which was 3 days, up to 4 hours, you will be banking with us or not? So the man looked at me. I told him it will cost you more, but it's not because I'm going to get advantage of this. Just I'm going to use another solution. That this solution will shorten the period, but since I'm going to deal in the commodities, so the murabha selling and buying and all this, it will have, because we are buying and selling on the same day, so there will be a higher spread than the other way we were using.
Yeah.
So you are okay with it? He told me, definitely. So I was very transparent with the client.
Yeah, true.
I told him, I'm going to shorten the 3 days to 4 hours. But at the same time, I told him, here was the spread this much, here the spread was being this much, due to. So I was very transparent and clear with him. And then it's up to him to choose.
Yeah. So you just made an offer, and it's up to him to
exactly,
decide.
But explain the whole thing for him.
Yeah.
Because you might have the case that a sales guy will tell the client always the good thing, he will not tell him the downside. So you tell him that I can shorten the period from 3 days to 4 hours. And he don't continue the other part of the story. So to give the client a full visibility on what he's going to have.
True.
Okay.
So,
and due to that, this client had a turnover with us 4 times a year.
Wow.
So it ended up that me as an institution, I benefit out of the client. I retain the client. Moreover, the client trusted me. And whenever he has something, he used to come and listen to me. I have this situation. So it's become not only a customer and a bank. It become kind of partnership.
Yeah.
Even if it is not a market partnership or business partnership, but it become an ethical partnership.
True.
And this is how even some of the clients, although I left the countries where I was dealing with them with situation, but still they are coming to me and ask about the cases they have. So.
Yeah, so that's like relationship building.
Exactly.
And that's what's all about, when we talk about CRMs and cross-selling, it comes under the paradigms of relationship marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the point is that it's not matter cross-selling. It's not matter that I come and tell you, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. No. It's matter that I need to understand exactly the client, what the client is doing, what, in my opinion, by my analysis, I feel that he needs this. Because the client, don't assume that the client knows everything that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, you can have one product and another product, but based on the understanding of the clients, that you see that you can club 2 products together and you come with a 3rd product. So this is what we call structured. So you make a structured finance for the client.
Yeah, true. Thank you. I mean, that was quite a good, a lot of explanation there. Thank you. So, do you think cross-selling is same or different in Islamic financial service industry and the conventional financial industry? I mean, do you think they both use the same concept, they both use the same strategies, they both have similar policies when it comes to cross-selling, or is it different?
In my opinion, it's the same.
It's the same, okay.
Because it's all about that, the knowledge, the experience, the professionalism, and transparency, and the ethics. If we have this built around, so it should. So being transparent and do the things in an ethical way, it should be always the rules that any salesman have, regardless he's selling a conventional product or he is selling Islamic product, he should have this.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Thank you. Yeah.
this is the main part. It's not that I'm selling an Islamic product or a conventional product. This will bring the client to me.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
The point is that if a client is dealing with me on a conventional product because it's fine with him, conventional or Islamic.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
And the same for the client of the Islamic product. He wants to deal only in Islamic product. So I cannot sell him a conventional product.
Yeah. True.
I cannot twist and so it's all about being transparent and professional while dealing with the client.
Yeah. So, but like coming to the question again, so you feel like if I conclude that so there is not much of difference between conventional and Islamic finance.
No, the activity itself or the concept of cross-selling
is the same.
In my opinion, is the same.
Okay. No, that's very interesting.
But the most important part,
Yeah.
that for the client who is dealing or targeting only Islamic product, I should avoid to sell him a conventional product.
Yeah. True.
This is the point.
Yeah.
But vice versa, no. If
Yeah.
a client is dealing in a conventional, he wouldn't mind to deal in Islamic product.
Islamic, but one who is dealing in Islamic, you
Yes.
cannot offer
So
them
this is
conventional.
the thing that it should that the sales guy, the sales person should take care of.
Yeah. So moving to my next question. So now this is from a more practical side. How does how does Islamic banks engage in cross-selling? Like, how do they implement cross-selling? What is the method of implementing cross-selling? If you can just give me some idea.
Okay, so it's a strategy that the bank or the institution that they are looking to the portfolio of the products they have. And some institution may club some products together, so to have kind of packaging.
Yeah, bundling, we call that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
where they can package and offer to the client. Some bank, but by the way, I'm sorry, just to highlight the point. It depends. The cross-selling is different between the products that you are selling.
Yeah.
In a way that trade finance, for example, is different than cash management. It's different
from
than
treasury,
deposits, different than treasury.
Yeah.
Okay. You may club within the same kind. You may club within the others.
Yeah.
For example, you can work on cross-selling trade finance product as well as treasury product.
Yeah. Sure.
You understand?
True.
You may, if you go into, this is for the corporate, if you go for the individual or retail, you may try to sell the car finance with the mortgage, for example. So it depends on who you are approaching. If you are approaching, let's say, for example, you are in a country or where you are targeting newcomers to the countries. So you might be thinking to club to them that definitely whoever is coming new to the country, especially the immigrant, he will need a car, he will need a house, so then you build a strategy or a plan based on the client that you are targeting to approach.
Exactly. True.
As well as your appetite to the risk that you want to take. This also make you work on what kind of segment or market you want to approach.
Yeah.
Some banks may be very conservative about approaching SMEs.
Yeah.
So they structure and they build their cross-selling based on corporate. Corporate needs is different than SME, is different than retail. So exactly what is the market that the institution want to step in and want to take a share of.
Exactly. So, I mean, since you talked about identifying these opportunities, so what is the method of identifying these opportunities?
Studying the market.
Studying the market.
Planning their risk appetite. Based on that, they can see what kind of products they are interested to launch, as well as studying the other competitors in the market, who are either ahead of them or not yet stepped in.
Yeah.
So you can know exactly, I'm going to step in with a product. Is this product, the market is saturated or not? And also, if I'm going to cross-sell products or come in and sell products, I need to assess also my competitors who came in with similar product before, because it doesn't make sense that I come and start selling a product which is higher in terms of fees or costs than the other banks are offering.
So, I mean, that is one aspect. What about the customers, the clients that you have? Say, do you segment them? Do you have a proper, system where you know which customer is what are his buying behaviors, spending behaviors, segmentation? So
Exactly,
you do segmentation, right?
This is a strategy of any cross-selling.
Yeah.
When you build the full strategy, it's one of the pillars that
Okay.
you have to have a proper segmentation, you have to proper assessment, you have to have a proper risk appetite, you have to have a proper knowledge about your tools as an institution,
Yeah.
what kind of products you have, what is the automation of the products, what. So you can exactly know if I'm going to get into the market, I'm going to really take a part or not.
Yeah. Should I even go ahead? Yeah, that makes sense. So, I mean, I'm more interested in from the customer perspective. So, when you do segmentation, do you have proper IT infrastructure that should support for example, data mining? You have all the data of your clients, right? Of your the people who are banking with you. So when then you have to do like data mining engineering, where you come up with it's like sophisticated
I will tell you
data
one
mining.
thing, regarding especially cross-selling. When you
Yeah.
talk about cross-selling it's a very dynamic activity.
Yeah,
Yes, there is basics, but also you should not lock yourself in a box. There should be always a way of thinking out of the box.
yeah,
Okay, so having data infrastructure, having data information, definitely it's a plus. However, you may have a case that you are not, if you are especially approaching a new market. So it's not a must that you will always have this data, data information. But the point is that in this case, if you don't have this data, then you make an assumption. How you build your assumption based on a study of the market. So then you have to go and start. Here you will not have a data. You have to start building your own information.
yeah,
Then you need to have your team coming into the field to start working and assessing and looking to the things. And then they can come with their inputs, which you can put in whatever matrix that you want to have. So it's not something that it could be a system. It could be you can build your own matrix based on an assumption.
true.
How you build this assumption based on knowing the product that you are selling.
So now, asking you regarding that. So, what about Islamic banks? Like, they are here for quite a long time now. So, do you think they have this capability of, data mining? They have a good number of data. So, are they like really putting a lot of innovation in IT infrastructure to support cross-selling? Do you think that's happening within the Islamic banking
Well,
industry?
it's Islamic or non-Islamic. Any bank should have this. So you have banks who are
Yeah.
working with this. Some banks are not.
Yeah.
So it's regardless, Islamic or non-Islamic.
Yeah, that's in like when I say Islamic financial industry, because it's a new industry. So are they at par with the conventional when it comes to cross-selling? Like infrastructure that should support.
I cannot.
Yeah, okay.
Because see, I was not in a situation that to compare to a situation.
Okay, that's all right. No problem. Okay. Okay. So, what about marketing tools for the promotion of cross-selling? Do you have like marketing efforts that you are making in order to cross-sell your products?
This is conceptually any marketing, they should have the proper efforts and plan
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah.
So because this is one of the main things, you may have a very good product, but if you don't have the proper setting of either the knowledge of the salespeople,
Yeah.
so they don't know what they are selling.
So there are so many Islamic products. So is there a good effort?
So it's the point is that regardless having Islamic product or not Islamic product, it's all about the team who is there.
Yeah.
So any institution it should have a proper